Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia Lapacho. Now then, this week we are going to continue on with our harvest. I'm just putting that going exactly as it was last week. However, I'm only going to be using one this week. I figure that having two of them running is a little bit too much. Because I'd like to start doing some other stuff. We want to be able to go and empty out this truck down here in a little while, and we want to do some other things as well. So I'm going to the other sugarcane harvester. We're going to park it up at the moment. I may keep it, I may not. I'm not quite sure at the moment. Now, last week a lot of people were saying that I should really get started using Courseplay. Yeah, I haven't used Courseplay very much yet at all. I just briefly touched on it in my Unrealistic series. Other than that, I haven't done anything with Courseplay. And you're right, I haven't. And it's a travesty. I really should. Any experienced farming simulator player almost invariably ends up at some point using Courseplay. And I've been avoiding it because, quite frankly, it terrifies me because it's really, really complicated. So I'm going to overcome my fears and I am going to do better. I am going to improve myself. I am going to use Courseplay. So in the name of using Courseplay, I set about finding out exactly what I was supposed to do to get it started on the map, so that I could set up Courseplay using the sugarcane harvesters with the sugarcane trailers, the high-tip ones, tipping into the lorry, and then we could sort of be on our merry. Now, apparently it does work. People can get it to work using the sugarcane harvester. And you set it up like you would a forager. That's great. Right, hang on. Oh, I need to stay back in here just. But what it doesn't do is unload into the high-tip trailers. It says the wrong type of trailers, and you can't get the trailers to unload either. So it's not quite ready for it yet. Now, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, just below where it says 0 kph at the moment, there is the little tab symbol, the two arrows pointing opposite ways. And if I press Control T, it's now got a red circle around it with a line through. I've got a new mod that I've installed. It's not new. It's been there for a little while. It's been on the normal section on. I'm going to leave that one in for a moment. I'm going to put that one in. It's the normal section on ModHub. It's there available for anybody to use, and what it does is it basically excludes the vehicles that I'm putting onto this from the. I think my oh no, I want to go to that one and exclude. It excludes these vehicles from tabbing. So when I go back and tab again, those vehicles won't come up in the tab cycle, which is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, that is, because what it means is we don't then need to keep tabbing through loads and loads of vehicles that we're not currently using, and then when we do want to use it, we can simply go to it on the map, and it'll make it a lot easier to like jump between a machine and a follower in the field, so the combine and the tractor that's going with it, that sort of thing. So I'm going to start using that one, and we'll be using that for a lot of the Let's Play. So I'm just going to lower this one back down again, and we'll run back round to the sugarcane harvester. Now, let's do the weekly question first. I asked you last week what you would like me to do in regards to buying some fields. I've got just over $1 million left in order to finish setting up the map, and I said, did you want me to get field 29 or did you want me to get fields 13 and 15? I'll just quickly show you on the map. Did you want me to get this big field over here or these two over here? And the numbers are 2,686 people wanted me to. What is this thing doing? Is it gonna keep going? I think it's gonna keep going. Excellent. Right, let me just back up a little bit and then go Control F. Control F. You're following it. What do you mean you're unable to locate a trail? You're right behind it. I really think sometimes that this tractor is. I think the hired help is just being difficult. Right. So yeah, we're unable to use Courseplay at the moment because sugarcane is not recognised, but they're working on it. The guys who made this mod are currently working on it, so eventually we'll have sugarcane, so maybe the next harvest. But anyway, yeah, we had 2,686 people answer the question. 895 of you said field 29. 1,791 of you said that you wanted fields 13 and 15. And the main comment that I got about this about the fields is that you wanted me to get those two fields and join them together. That was kind of a big thing for a lot of people. They wanted to get them and join them together, so they'll actually end up being a slightly bigger field than field 29, plus it's more of a square shape, so it's probably going to be easier for us to use. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy these 2 fields over here. I'm going to actually stop the sugarcane lorry on the way, sugarcane truck on the way over, and we're going to buy this first field, and then we will stop, leap out over here, and we will buy this one here. I'm just going to buy it just as it is. So if you look down through here, there is actually, it's not quite lined up with, I don't want to do that, I'm going to run. It's not quite lined up with the other field, so when we do this, I'm going to be using the GPS mod to square it all up, and I'll actually square it all the way down through there, so we'll be able to plough in some of these little shrubs and bushes and stuff when we're doing it, which is great, because I'd really like to be able to do that fairly early on, just so that we can do it in normal mode as well. I did do it in the time-lapse, but I want to be able to do it in normal mode as well. So we'll do that. We'll run down and buy field 15 in a little while. That one's still got sunflowers all over it, so we may actually wait until after the sunflowers are harvested, so that we're not buying... I suppose that, you know, we can do that. That's still quite realistic, to buy a field with standing crop in it if you're prepared to harvest it and everything. If you've got that. I mean, I know it's not normal. You wouldn't normally do that. You would normally buy a field that has been harvested. It is unusual for a farmer to sell a field that has standing crops in it, but it's not unheard of. It does happen. I have seen it happen firsthand. Places that I've worked have actually bought fields with the crops already in them, and you just kind of, it's taken account of in the price of what you're buying. So yes, we will do that. Anyway, my question for this week, up here in field 2, we've got the... It's stuck again, isn't it? Yeah. Up here in field 2, we have got sugarcane, and you can leave sugarcane after it's been harvested, and it will just grow back again. And because we're not on hard mode it only does it 3 times, and then you have to replant. But on normal mode, you can just you can just leave it. You never have to replant it if you don't want to. However, after 3 harvests, you get the unploughed thing come up. So none of our fields have actually been ploughed. So I'm going to start doing some fields and get them ploughed. If we were to plough the field, we'd lose the sugarcane. We'd have to replant it. My question is, we did plant the sugarcane at the beginning of the series. We did it unrealistically, admittedly, but we did plant the sugarcane. So we've taken a brief look at sugarcane planters. Do you want me to, after this harvest, plough the field so that we get that extra 10% bonus and then replant the sugarcane and go from there? Or would you rather I just left it and we'll see about planting sugarcane much later on in the series? So which one would you like? Would you like me to plough it up after we've done this harvest, or would you like me to leave it? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Now, we're going to unload this here. I'm going to see possibly about using courseplay for doing the combining later. I'm not planning on using courseplay a lot. Like I'm not planning to like use it for everything that we do. Mainly because people like to be able to follow along with the series, and courseplay is something that's only available to PC for a start, and also it's quite a difficult mod to get your head round. So there's quite a lot of people that are not going to be able to get their heads around this one easily. It's going to be difficult to follow along, so I am going to limit what I do with it. But from what I can see, setting up a course to get the sugarcane being harvested and then tipped out once it's all done is sort of midline of, you know, for how complicated different things are with using courseplay completely. So I think I'll probably do that one. Well, I will do that. I will harvest sugarcane at some point using courseplay, but for a lot of other stuff, we've got other mods that are available that are a lot easier, a lot simpler for people to use. But I do like the idea of unloading a trailer, go to the combine, unload the trailer, and then come away again. I've watched a tutorial on how to set up a course for a combine working a field, and I think it's kind of similar to other vehicles using a field as well. So that seemed relatively straightforward. I think even I can cope with that one. But I didn't actually watch the bit about how to program the tractor to run from, you know, go and automatically unload and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that I will do it normally this week, and then next week I'm hoping that I will have had time to watch it all properly, and I can then see how we go about doing the unloading, so that I can have a field being combined completely automatically using courseplay. I think that would actually be something really cool. It'd be really fun to be able to try to accomplish. If I can just back this one up, I don't know what that tractor is going to do over there, is it's going to get really funny. I'm going to sacrifice some of our sugarcane over here, like that, and then I'm going to squeeze up alongside here, and it's going to get hopelessly jammed up like it does every time. If I come in like this, maybe. This is the problem with this, is the way that it automatically moves the spout round. It's very, very difficult to get it to do anything. There, if I go like that, is it going to work? Keep going forward. And the tractor is going to follow. Excellent! Right, I only sacrificed a little tiny bit of sugarcane on the corner, but I'm hoping it will be okay. And what's it going to do here? Is it going to turn properly? You know, I think it might actually do that turn. There we go. No, it's not. It's going to back up now. Or is it? No, he just swiveled on the spot and he corrected himself. And he's carrying on. Right, so that one can keep going that way. Now, I've got one other job that I need to do before I do anything else. And we need this one here. We need the Massey Ferguson. Now, you may remember the random events. You're probably thinking, oh, he's kind of forgotten it all again. I've posted on my Facebook page the random events. A full list of random events that I've written up. If you want changes, suggestions, then go and take a look. It's not the pin post. The pin post is the upload schedule. I can't have 2 pin posts. When the website is up and running, hopefully by early next year, I will put this random list along with the upload schedule. They will be there, very, very easy for people to find. So for now, we can't have it. You do have to go onto Facebook, and you will have to have a look down through. So if you really don't like the idea of signing up with Facebook, you can just sign up with a fake name. It's really easy. You just need an email address. That's it. You don't need to put any information on there whatsoever. So you may have guessed it's something to do with the crops. I rolled. My first one was a 1, which meant that we went into the crops section, because a 1 or a 2 is crops. And then the second roll was a 3. Which gave us pests in the barn. Removed 25% of a random crop. That was the result. Now, if you take a look at what we've got in our barn, we've got 6 crops in the barn. We've got 6 crops actually stored in the silo. So we've got wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, beans, and lots of corn. I'm quite pleased that I didn't roll this. So I just rolled a dice again on this. And actually came up with a 3, so we've got to sacrifice 25% of this. Now, normally I'll make a change in the XML file to reflect the changes that we're supposed to get for whatever it is that we're doing. So, you know, sometimes we have to sell the crop that we've got the most of for the lowest price. I think that was actually one of them. So we're going to have to be careful of that, because we want a load of corn for the pigs. So it could actually be quite tricky. So we've got to be aware that some things that can happen to us with this random events could be really bad. There are some good things as well, but we've also got some serious bad stuff that can happen. So I got to lose 25% of this, which I reckon is around 6,400 litres. And I'm going to actually do it in-game this time. I won't normally I will do it outside of the game, but I figured that this time I will actually do it in-game. So I just want to add in, I want to go to 6,400. So let's just quickly get, there we go, 6,424. That is close enough. So that is 25% of all the canola. We've now got to get rid of it, right? We can't use it for anything. It's been lost to pests, and unfortunately those pests, they've really damaged the quality of the crop. So we've got some sort of residue here, but we've not been able to do anything else with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick it in a big long line down through here, and then I'm going to go and get our cultivator, and I'm going to run over the top of it with the cultivator and just wipe it out completely, and that will be that taken care of. So that's, I like this idea. I do. The more I've sort of thought about it, I've put quite a bit of thought into how I was going to have my list and what I was going to do with them. I'm quite pleased that we're doing this. I feel it's adding a nice extra amount of flavour to what we do here. So let me just unhitch that one, and if I back up through, and I'll get the cultivator on, and we will just quickly go over that line of crop with the cultivator and get rid of it. You know, I probably should have put it in a field, and then we could have just cultivated over the top of it later on. I might do that next time. Next time we've got to dispose of crops, I might stick it in, actually just put it right in a field that we're about to plough up or something. We can do it that way. So let me just go into here, and we'll hitch that one on there like that. And come out round. I'm actually going to use this tractor, and we're going to set this one going because this one does have the ripper tines on it. It allows you to plough as well, so you can get a field to ploughed state using this tractor. So let's lower that one down there, and there we go. That is our crop gone. So that is what we've had. That's our random event that we've had this week, is we've lost some crops. It wasn't too painful. We could have had, it could have been a lot worse than that. So overall, I'm fairly pleased with that. Ooh, I didn't mean to drive on there. And I'm still keeping the crop destruction turned off at the moment because of the sugarcane harvesting, but I might very well turn that back on soon. So I'm going to come up through here, and we're going to find a field, and we're going to start cultivating using this one. So it'll be using the deep ripper on it and setting it to the ploughed state. So I'm not going to do the big field that we've got right here because we've got the other machinery currently parked up on it, and that's just going to be in the way. I've got a field of corn, but we do have a field all the way up over there, and I'm going to start cultivating that one today. I can lower down into this corner down here. I don't need to worry about using coarse play or anything like that for this. I can just go with the hired help. So I'm actually going to go to there and make sure it's on normal hired help, which it is. And then I'm going to go F1. And if you look at the options, you got cultivator. Oh, I thought that there was a choice between cultivating and setting the ploughed state as well. Maybe there isn't. Let me go on into the field. I think maybe it does it automatically. Helper settings. Right, I think it actually does it automatically. Let's just press H and let it go. We can then go and have a look at the map, and we can see, because it should just be going to nothing on there. If I go into here, that way, and we're on needs ploughing at the moment. So if I zoom right in like this, and then turn that off, and then it'll load the map. Can't really see any difference at the moment. If I go to this one, is that going to... That's not going to show us at the moment, is it? I think we need to let it run for a couple of passes, and then we can see. Because it's not going to go to the ploughed state straight away. Or not on the map, but it'll remove that it needs ploughing. I think that's how it works. So if I can... I want to go to here, because we've actually got another vehicle... another trailer, though. This is all done. It does seem to be running around the field reasonably well at the moment. We can go and empty this one. I am actually wanting to start doing the combining today. So that's going to be the next thing we do. We're going to run over to the Bizon, and we're going to get that one started. Again, I'm wondering if I should just try setting up courseplay for the combine. Because then it will automatically combine the field. And, I mean, it will call for a driver, but I don't think because we're not actually setting up the driver following it, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. So actually, I want to load the front trailer first. I'll go to that one there, and we'll load that trailer there. So we can dump all of this lot in here. And somebody did suggest to me that I should sell one of the new sugarcane harvesters and go and rebuy the old one that you start out on the map with. I decided that I wanted 2 new sugarcane harvesters because obviously we're quite a big farm here, and so I felt the small ones wasn't really in keeping with the flavour of how we're running things. But apparently the smaller sugarcane harvester does work really well using just the standard hired help or the AI vehicle extension, because it will go round the corner. You can put the trailer on the back of it. So I'm not sure about that. So maybe we could actually take a look at that. Let's just very quickly just look in sugarcane harvesting in here. So you got this one here, and it doesn't actually say anything. You got SWT7 on there. If I look at this, it doesn't say what it can hitch onto either. So I would guess maybe, well, I want to try to use the Colossus, the big one. I mean, we're not using the super big one over here, but that might be something that's worth trying. It's only a 1 meter. This is what's this one? 3. Oh, it's 2 meter. I thought this was a 3 meter one. Okay, I got that wrong. I thought it was a 3 meter, but it's not. You gonna turn around the corner properly? Behave yourself? Yes. Okay, let's go and get this combine started, else I'm going to be here forever just talking about nothing. We can start up here and hitch that one on. I think I do still need to get out and put the PTO on. I've put the PTO on. You heard me put it on, but it didn't actually do it. You didn't see a visual of it. So let's unfold the combine. Is there anything done? I don't think there's anything to unfold on it. I thought that maybe the front, the flap on the front would come out, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, and do I want to try setting up? Let's see if I can do courseplay. Can Frith do courseplay? This is the real question here. We've got courseplay in, so I've got combine self-unloading. No. I'm going to go to that. Calculate current field's edge. Edge path. Oh, I'm not in a field. You got to be in the field, haven't you? Request driver. Stop during unloading. I'm really confused now. Start course record. I don't want to start course recording. I want to... I've completely forgotten everything that I learned. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to confuse myself. I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to try this again. I've looked at it so many times and I end up forgetting all about it. So let's just... Oh, do I want the AI vehicle? Yes, I will actually. I'm going to have the AI vehicle extension. So let me just set this one. At least I know how to run this one, kind of. And I'm going to go with a turn angle of 100%, like this. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to set a headland. Now that is... I want a bigger headland than that. 10 meters or headland off. So I'm going to go for a headland of 10.34 meters. And I'm going to turn angle of 100%. And I'm not going to wait during unload. So it will just keep driving. Let's try that. Okay. And let me just come out of there and then press H so it will go in. And now I've never seen the... I've not really seen it do anything different when using the headland. So this is going to be very interesting to find out what it does with the headland. But we are doing some combining. This is the important thing. So let's go through. I'm going to keep the train on. I'm going to switch off the hired help a second, and I'm just going to manually push it. I'm just going to do it like this each time, I think. It's actually going to be easier for us if I sacrifice a little bit of crop each time, because then the John Deere should just follow. Yeah. And that one can stay in, that one can stay in. This one we can control T and move out, and we can with that one as well. This one I'm going to leave in. That one... Actually, I want this one. I want to take this one. We're going to use this little tractor and the little trailer to do the unloading. I thought this would be perfect to go alongside the Bizon combine. I thought it would be absolutely brilliant little setup to go between the two. I've got the headland on. Actually, let me just very quickly go... I want to go back to this one and just press H. Let me just stop. I've got the headland, but I've also got it going in a circle to start with. So, if I change that... Control H. I was just thinking, we've got the head... I've requested a headland, but I've also got the AI mode going in a circle. Surely if I have the AI mode going up... straight reverse. I'll go OK on that. I just want it to move up. If I have the AI mode moving up and down, but I've also got the headland enabled, what's it going to do? How's it going to work with that? That's what I want to see. Will it do the headland first? What's it going to do? Oh, I see. Right, this is the headland that I've requested. Now what's it going to do? I'm very curious about this. I've set it to move up and down. It comes back round, and... maybe I should have left it moving in a circle. It's left... oh, I see. Right, so it will... it's going to move... it'll move up and down the field, and the headland is just going to turn inside the field rather than turning outside the field. That is all. That's the only difference it's going to make. It's going to turn inside the field rather than moving outside the field, and it will... so it's if you've got extra stuff. So you don't really want to do this when you've got the combine running. You'd really want to do that when you're doing something like cultivating or something like that. And once you've done your headland, then you can do the whole of the field, and then you can manually just finish it up yourself if you want to, if you don't like the way that it does the outside round on the field. At least that's what I'm guessing is how it's going to work. We'll see what it does when it gets up to this end of the field. just to do the turning. I do like this combine, though. This combine is very nice. Bizon Z056. Apparently it's very popular in, well, a lot of Eastern Europe, apparently. That's my timer going off. I've barely even started the combining. Right. Okay, so we know how it's going to work now, so I'm not actually going to let it continue doing that because it's painful to watch. I'm going to manually just do this little piece here, and then we'll whiz back up to the other end, and I'll let it go round a couple of times, and then we'll use the standard hide help just to finish off, because I don't want it turning on the crop. So we know now that using the headland setting is not something we want to do with the combine. So we'll run this one back up to the other end. I'll just change the settings over, and then we can let it carry on doing a couple rounds around the outside of the field. When you're doing sort of a bit of short work like this, I know some farmers will actually turn the straw choppers on, and others will leave it and then just spend a little bit of extra time sort of going around it with a baler. And you do occasionally have circumstances where you've got to do something like this, because you might have like a whole load of crop has gone down in one place. It's all lodged, so it's all lying down flat, and if that happens, you've then got to sort of take the combine to it, whichever way you can get it into the crop, so that it will pick it all up again. So it is quite a realistic thing to actually see that sort of thing happening. So I want to go back into here. I'm going to turn the headland off, okay, and I'm going to go back to circle mode. It's going the right way, and then I can press H, and it will carry on. Right, that's going to go on that way, and it's doing an excellent job. I'm very quickly going to switch over to here. Right, what are you doing? Oh, I see. I just need to quickly change it like this. If I press B there and just start it, it should carry on up there. If I now press H again, he should go on round that corner there. Okay, that's done that bit okay without any trouble. Actually, it's done it really well. I'm quite impressed. It's whether it'll get round the next corner as well. We've still got another piece over there that we've got to harvest. So our harvest with the sugarcane this time is going to take quite a while. I'm quite looking forward to being able to use courseplay for this harvest. If, you know, when we come to do sugarcane again later on in the series, I'm hoping that by that time the sugarcane will be available, and then we can do it right. So managed to do that, okay, that's brilliant. We can let that one go on, and let's just quickly look at the map now and see how we're doing. So we've got a nice section up there that is saying it's cultivated, and if we go to soil composition, yes, it's removed the ploughed, needs ploughing state as well. So it's now in ploughed state. So that field is brilliant. We can let this one just kind of start working its way through several of the fields, and then eventually we'll be able to start doing some planting as well. So he's doing a great job. I'm going to bring this one up through, and wheat is currently 66% in our Bizon combine. So as soon as it gets down to this corner, actually no, we can let it run through that whole corner there. So come, we can admire the combine just for a minute. We can let it come down through here, and we can let it turn, and we can have some admiration for it. Now, as for bales, we don't currently have a baler, but I am going to be getting a baler. Now, we've got in the baling section, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? I'm looking. I'm probably staring right at them, aren't I? No, I wasn't. It's baling technology. It's over here. Yes, I was looking at what baler I should get, and we do have the add-on, the straw harvest one, which is a combination between I can't remember what they're called now. That's terrible. But basically, they're an add-on modding company that make mods for all kinds of different games, and they've coupled up with BM Modding to create this. I did do a video on it. We've got the straw pellet maker over there, so we could turn this field into straw pellets. And I'm quite liking that idea. I do quite like the idea of turning this field here into straw pellets, and then selling them. You can just sell them at the normal garden centre, so you don't actually have to build the whole factory thing and add that in as well. And then we've also got this Krone Big Pack, which is a fantastic baler, and you can put this one on the back. However, the price of the baler is $319,000, and all the other balers are like $100,000. So I'm thinking that maybe we could lease the Primos 5000 this time, or we could just sort of leave it well alone, because that is a huge amount of money compared to the others. I love the bale collection though. It's the fact that it can take that bale collection. That's why I'd want to use it. Or we'll just go for the John Deere. And I'm actually thinking this time we will go for the John Deere baler. We'll get that one, and we'll do our baling with the John Deere. And then another time we will come through and we will use the Primos 5000 and make straw pellets when we've got a little bit more cash available, because we still got to go and buy the other field. I'm going to do that before we finish this episode. We'll just buy that field, so we'll just race up through here as quick as we can. Spent too long talking once again. Am I going to get to that combine and get the spout out before it reaches 100%? I don't think I am. Even though the field isn't fertilized, there's still a reasonable amount of wheat in here. So we come racing up through here. I suppose we should consider ourselves lucky, because I think one of my things for the crop is we lose a crop in the field. One of the random fields, we lose the whole crop. Everything is gone. At least I definitely considered it. I don't actually remember now if I included that one in the final list. I may not have done. I may have decided that in the end that was a little bit too harsh, but there are some that, you know, we take a crop and I have to sell it for the lowest price currently available. And then we've got machinery that will break down, some machinery that we have to sell immediately and then buy it back to represent an insurance, a reluctant insurance company not giving us as much as we should have had. I had a lot of people making suggestions about what loader we should use, and this was another very important question because we don't currently have a loader. Which one we should have to do our crop with. Well, not a crop, with everything that we're doing. And it really did seem to be torn between a JCB wheel loader, a nice big solid JCB wheel loader, that one right there, and the Merlot telehandler. None of the other telehandlers were mentioned very much, but that one there. So we're looking at 90,000 for the Merlot, and we're looking at 182,000 for that one. So it's exactly double for the JCB. So we're going to go for the Merlot to start with, and I'm actually going to buy that one right now, today, so that we are locked in for the Merlot. And we're going to buy that one now at 90 grand. And then later on in the series, when we've got some more money, I will sell the Merlot and replace it with the JCB wheel loader. So we're getting a nice upgrade much later on. So tomorrow we're going to carry on with our wheat harvest down here, and we'll still keep going with the sugarcane over there. I might actually lease a small sugarcane harvester and see if we can hitch that one onto one of the other silage trailers, sugarcane trailers. So I'm not sure if we can. I really don't know how that works at the moment. We'll have a think about that. But we're going to need to carry this on. We need to get a baler up here, which will be the John Deere for now, and we can start baling up some of this straw. So we've got that ready for the cows. And obviously there's our new Merlot down there, looking good. I'll get a couple of attachments for it. I'm not sure which we're going to get first. Are you full? No, you're not full. I don't really know what you're doing. Let me go forward just a little bit like that, and then press H. What's it going to do now? We'll go round that way. Is the John Deere going to be able to keep up with it? Yes, it will. All we need to do really is just keep pressing H every now and then to persuade it to stay exactly the way that it's already going, and that seems to nurse it round the corners. But anyway, yeah, we're going to carry on doing some cultivating. I'll leave a tractor doing the cultivating. So we are kind of simulating farm management on this one. So this one here will keep working up in this field. We've got another tractor down by the farm that I will actually use over there on the sugarcane trailer at the moment. We'll do something with that, bring that back up here. Maybe start planting this field. We're going to be doing a lot of corn and soybeans in this series. I want at least 50% of my map with soybeans and corn at all times. That's kind of going to be just a condition of us playing this. Yeah. Oh, there was one last thing I need to do, wasn't there? We need to go down to field 15, and we need to buy that one before we go, or I'm going to forget. So we're going to buy this one with the sunflowers in it, just as it is. 458,000. Buy. And we own that field. So we've got sunflowers that we need to harvest fairly quickly. We've got $234,000 left, and we've got, go up to this one right here. So let me go into this one, because what are we, hang on, I want to go to there. What have you done? Oh, you're full, that's why. If I go Control F, so yeah, we're going to be sort of trying to run everything all at once. We've got a series of tractors here on the farm now. We've got quite a lot of different tractors scattered around, which means that we'll be able to like do loads of different jobs all at once, and that's kind of the plan. There is a mod from the Horse DLC that I'm going to be using to sort of go alongside the seed planting, and that's the Horse tender. I think it's called the tender, but apparently that one, it doesn't just need to go on a trailer. You can also use that one on the back of a truck. And if it'll go on the back of this truck, ideal, we'll use that. But otherwise, I'm thinking maybe we should also invest in another truck. But that's a lot of money. So I'm very sort of dubious about doing that, but we'll have to see. But anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.